Great move in the transfer market. They have already signed Lene Yoro from France. They are making moves. They have also agreed deal for Ugata. They are making moves in this transfer window. I wonder what they are going to be doing next season. Next season's Premier League will be interesting, especially for Manchester United. Apart from the six clubs, they are the ones that are making major moves yet. I am here with the guys in the studio to talk about all the transfers that have been happening in the EPL, in the Serie A, in all around the world. Nigerian players make around the world. My name is Godwin. I am with the A team here. How are you, John?
Fine, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, also. How are you?
After all the signing, we didn't win any trophy this season.
Manchester United, I don't understand what they are doing, but they are making moves. Okay, guys, let's talk about transfer. Okay, remember we are live every day. We are live now on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. At Vote FM Sports, that is our handle on YouTube. Join the conversation with us on YouTube and drop your comments. We'll be reading here live in the studio. The numbers to call to join the conversation with us in the studio is 0706 048 5853. 0706 048 5853. You can call us, tell us what you think your club, the player you want your club to sign this summer. Okay, guys, yesterday Manchester United confirmed the official signing of Lene Yoro. No, we talked about it yesterday, but he has completed the signing. He came out and said after the conversation with the club, with the managers, he decided to choose Manchester United, and he's hoping that he is going to be there for a very, very long time. He signed a contract, a long-term contract. So we talked about it yesterday, but now he's there officially, and also he said that they should buy another defender, that he should stay on the bench when we talked off the camera.
I said they don't need another defender. They don't. After Euro, if you want somebody else to come in, definitely you should be letting Lindelof go. For some reasons, you should just let Victor go. Man United fans call him the Iceman, but let's go. Bring in another defender, fine. But you have Maguire and Victor Lindelof. There's Lisandro Martinez. There's Euro now. There's Evans. There's someone else on the pitch. You have all these players. What you need right now is a right back and a left back. Okay, fine. Let's take away the left back option because Malaysia is back. Fine. Chris Amas. Man United fans have been raving about Chris Amas. I can't rest when I open my social media pages. All around, I can't rest because of how potential they say is a potential talent. We're yet to be seen. And in the game against Rosenborg yesterday or the other day, we saw him play and we know how good he is. But he's not going to just come in and cement his place like Trent did with Liverpool. You see that? So I believe Man United need a natural right back because I'm hearing rumors now that Wan-Bissaka maybe on Saturday, West Ham United might announce Wan-Bissaka as the next right back. So which means Kufau can go find his way back to Czech Republic and continue to play there. But it's a good addition to West Ham United side. You need someone like that in that side. But Man United don't need a centre half again after this signing unless they want to sell.
They are talking to delete.
They are saying that they don't need
unless they want to sell. If you're going to bring in someone else, you will sell.
Do they want to fight for top 10? Do they want to fight for, let me say, top 10 in this season? You have to have another centre half come into that side. You have to have another centre half on the bench that can come in and add something to the team. And if you look at that Manchester United bench right now, sorry to say to whoever ego may be bruised, but Lindelof and Maguire should be moved on, and 2 new centre halves signed and brought in.
2?
Yes.
I think 1 is to be enough, John.
2.
He made a slam Man United with FFP.
But I think 1 is enough. But let's leave the defense alone because they have been signed. They are trying to improve. They are talking with Delete to bring him too in their defensive line. Let's have now pants out. They have agreed terms to Ugati from PSG. You know, he plays well for Uruguay. He plays well. Not really play every game for PSG, but they are looking to show up that their midfield because we talked about Manchester United on this show that they need defense, they need midfielders, and they need an attacker. They got in an attacker, Zeski, and they brought in a defender, Euro. Now they are looking for a midfield. They are looking to sign Ugati. Now, if they sign Ugati, they either let Stock go or Casemiro go. So if you are now the coach of Manchester United, Nosu, who will you let go if you are bringing Ugati?
Don't ask me that question. No, it go break my heart, but I have to answer it. It go break my heart. But I think if you look at the Man United side right now, you need workhorses in midfield, and Scotty is just that workhorse. And you also need experience in midfield, which means Casemiro is the experience you have, and Eriksen. So you have to now. This is the conversation between Scotty and Eriksen. Scotty and Eriksen, not Scotty and Cassie. If it's Scotty and Eriksen, I'll say fine, let Eriksen go because
they are trying to move on Casemiro too.
But
because
Cassie,
I think because of
Cassie, they want
too much.
They want Cassie to stay till next season, so Kobe can learn. Now this is a learning factor. I was seeing some of my friends say Kobe, even the referees is faster than Kobe Mino. We agree, but he's intelligent on the ball. If he plays alongside Cassie for the next 1 year, he would learn. This is what they say. Foden played alongside David Silva, and he learned a thing or two from David Silva before David Silva was moved on from Man City. So he could play 2 years with Cassie, play alongside Cassie for the next season. You would learn. So I believe Cassie should stay. And in this prospect now, we're looking at a side who is about Scott McTominay, who is also being prized by the likes of Fulham, West Ham United, and maybe Tottenham Hotspur. Yeah. Maybe Tottenham Hotspur. I'm not sure Tottenham Hotspur will need a player like him on that side since they have Hülberg already. So I think with these 3 teams, it depends on who is going to pay better, who is going to pay the highest price, can get him, who is going to meet his 30 million. Yeah. I think Man United are selling players for cheap because of maybe they want to do a massive offload. So they are allowing all these players go for cheap. So I think if he goes for the price tag of above 30 million quid, then fine. Scotty should be the one on the exit door because he is one of the potential players for Scotland.
Why is Scotty being the one shown the exit door? This is a talent that was
last he said
yes,
he saved Manchester United at some point.
Ten Hag hung him out to dry on the media, but he came back in and saved his blushes. Okay, so for me, I don't think Scotty should be moving on. He may not be, let me say, in the right frame to be like a Scholes in the Manchester United setup, but at least he has a role to play, and he's an academy graduate. He should be given a run in the team. So for me, if you ask me, if you look at that midfield, you should be letting an Eriksen go.
Maybe
you should be letting a Casemiro go too.
Then where will the young lads learn from? Where is the experience the young lads will learn from in midfield?
You still have a Bernardo and Bruno Fernandes.
Come on now, what's the experience level of Bruno Fernandes compared to that of Eriksen and
Look
Casemiro?
At the man's records for crying out loud.
He's the best. Let's say he's the best player in the Man United side. Yet he's the leader in Man United side. But he's an attacking player. You need someone. See.
You mean to tell me that the Manchester United side last season, they didn't learn anything from Casemiro this last 1 year?
How many years? Why do you think Foden stayed 2 years on the bench, playing off the bench when David Silva was still there? He could have been let go because Foden is a talent. He could have been let go in the first season, but he had to stay extra 1 year. Do you think it was because his contract or because he was enjoying his time at Man City? It's because he was tutoring the young ones, and not just Foden alone. There was the likes of Kopama in that ranks. You understand? That is, and there was a lack of Williams, who's also still on the bench till now because the place he could play has occupation. Has players occupying it correctly. Williams can play from the right wing back or from defensive midfield, and those positions you can't bench Kyle Walker and Rodri for a 21-year-old boy. So he has to sit on the bench whenever he has time. They play him in the FA Cups and all of that. So you see, these are players that have players to learn from. You understand? In defensive midfield, man, you don't have another defensive midfielder. Last 2 seasons, there was the likes of Weghorst. Before then, there was the likes of I'm talking about bringing in strikers now. There was the likes of Igalo and the rest of them coming in above 30, above 32. Strikers coming in, and what happened? Rashford picked form from there. That was the time Rashford started scoring 15 goals plus, and people are like, Rashford, the next thing. After his time at with Van Gaal and his time with first season with Ole, where he scored. The next season, he was just flat. And with the experienced players coming in, Rashford started firing again. And people said, okay, Rashford has gotten his career back. Because what? Experienced players were alongside him in the attacking option. So now, experienced player alongside Kobe and the rest of the Man United setup. And I'm hearing the likes of, I'll keep calling players because we don't even know these players. We just know they play for the under-19s. There's a Kobe Taylor coming into the ranks now. And you still need to learn from midfielders, center midfielders, defensive midfielders. And I think Cassie, Eriksen, and Bruno are just the right fit to teach. And in defense, you have a Maguire, or maybe you ship out Maguire, you have an Evans. He's got all the experience you need.
So when they bring in Ugarte, let's see who they let go. I think
Scott is already leaving because last
Yes.
season he almost left West Ham last
but-
season for
but
30 million.
If
So
you
I
are
think he will
Manchester
leave this
United
season.
management, what we're looking at, player that will generate you more money. If Scotty is going to give you more money, you will sell Scotty. If it's Casemiro that will, because he wants to move to Saudi, if Saudi is paying more money, you let's go.
Saudi is
Casemiro. I don't think.
Saudi is only paying the player more money, not the other club
so
is coming
let's
from.
see what happens with Manchester United. Now officially, Greenwood has signed for Marseille. It's a permanent move with about 26 million pounds. The 5 million add-on, making about 30 million pounds for Greenwood to go to Marseille. Manchester United had a 50 million sell-on if in the future
50% sell-on clause, yes.
If they decide to sell him after probably he succeed in Marseille. So we were thinking that probably it's going to be a low move again, where you go on loan and come back and look at the Manchester United environment if he's going to come back. But now it's a permanent move. So I think from there, John, he will not go on with his career. I don't think he's going to come back to Manchester United.
He's not coming back to Manchester United. I'm happy it's a clean break because I think he needs to move away from that whole entire setup at Manchester United and press on with his career. So good move, clean break. Hopefully he can now blossom at Marseille.
Man
Sure.
you, he get business in mind for this transfer. We don't understand. Every player they let go, you look at the clause on those players, on selling those players. There's a 50% sell-on clause. Now, 50% sell-on clause, which is good enough for this thing. Then they go call one place, call add an under buyback clause. Why is that buyback clause in that? If you're having, choose one.
The truth is that
Choose one.
Greenwood is supposed to be the superstar of England. Everybody can see his potential. Even the blind man can see his potential. He is the star boy before the star boy.
This was the same.
He's supposed to be the star boy actually. Do you understand? So if it's common sense for you to do that to that kind of player, in case everything dies down, probably you can start to buy him when he's 25 to even he's 27, 28 in the future. That everything has died down. So I don't think it's a wrong thing for clubs to do that.
Buyback clause is where my problem is.
Another thing, if you ask me, the 50% sell-on clause is also because they did not realize the initial targets on Greenwood. They were looking to sell him for 40, 50. So it's a smart money move, if you ask me.
Okay, guys. Remember, we are live on YouTube now. We are live every day, Monday to Saturday. We are live. Our handle is @VoteFM Sports. @VoteFM Sports. You can join us live. Drop your comments. We'll be reading here live in the studio. Okay, we are having some comments on our YouTube channel. Emmanuel is saying, "Good morning, sports crew." Emmanuel is also saying, "United is buying Shah. Are they not buying a goalkeeper? Onana is better ball player than a goalkeeper."
That guy just can't play. If I just can't play defensive midfield for Man U, maybe they use another goalkeeper.
They are not actually buying any. They are not thinking. I don't think they are going to buy any goalkeeper.
You have Onana. Why would you be buying a goalkeeper?
Onana was going to play. Geotopia. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce your name very well. Geotopia is saying, "Why is Arsenal wasting time on Nico Williams Jr.? I will not be surprised if they lose out on that deal."
They've already lost because Barca submitted a deal yesterday.
Yeah, Barca is planning to buy. I don't think Arsenal has enough players, and if you look at it, they have Trossard there, they have Martinelli there. Bringing Nico Williams, and if you pay big money for Nico Williams, you have to sell one of them.
Bros.
Obviously now, but you know what you are getting when you are getting a Nico Williams. So I think it's up to the Arsenal team, the management team, to just sit down and look at, is this guy going to improve our squad, improve what we can do? If yes, then you make a move for the guy and you get him in, and you bring something into this club that can excite the club, that can change the dynamics of the play, and hopefully get you on over City, which may not still happen.
If you look at Nico Williams, you have to look at the money he's going to earn if he leaves.
They will pay him well at Arsenal than Barca.
Well,
Barca will pull it. See, Barca will ride on the horses of we're a bigger club. We will win the La Liga very soon. All of this, Hansi Flick is a good coach. He could get to the La Liga. What will Arsenal tell him when they want to sign him in? In the next 5 years, we are building to win the Champions League. Is, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's less than 5% chance.
I disagree.
It's less than 5%. If you like disagree all you want.
Because of Manchester City.
Disagree all you want. Even the league. I'm talking about Champions League.
The Champions League, 5% is fair.
5%, 10%. I'm just saying 10% chance. Less than 10% chance of winning the Champions League in the next 5 years. And this is an Arsenal side that has been building or almost bottling the league twice due to injury crisis. So are you sure they are going to even win the league? I say, like, okay, let's say they give them 30% chance of winning the league. Are you sure they're going to win it in the next 3 years? That's another thing you should be looking out for. We are sure now that if he moves to Barca, he is certain that, okay, in the next 5 years, I'll be in the Champions League finals. I might be winning La Liga, all of that. And that is what because yesterday I was like, no, he shouldn't go to Barca. He should come to England. He should come to the Prem. Or he should go to maybe another place. Or he should remain at Bilbao. Because right now, Barca is struggling and trying to rebuild. And Bilbao is a more stable team. But Boy was saying it's better off he goes to a Barcelona or an Arsenal side. But if you look at the Arsenal side now, he's going to be competing with Saka, not even this side. Because now he would want to be forced to play from the right.
He has to play from the left. If he's going to play, he's good at it. How will you convert a player that you are very sure that he's good from the left? You are trying to convert, and if he flops, you can tell me it's because I'm playing from the right.
It makes sense to just play from his natural
and he will not bench
Saka.
Simple, yeah. Whether you want to believe it or not, Saka will always start for Arsenal.
I'm not saying bench him. I'm saying compete.
You will buy a player like that and you're putting him on the bench.
No, I disagree with that. You can't put him on the bench. You have to give him a starting spot.
Rather than
no.
Okay.
How much did Real Madrid play for Camavinga? I want to ask you that.
No, when Camavinga came, Modric was there. Cruz was. All of them were in their prime.
But they pay big money. They paid about 70 million.
They were buying him for the future.
Bench. The same thing with Nico. Nico is how old?
I don't think Nico will come and just.
He's 19. He's 20.
Start playing.
He's just 2 years older than. He's just 2 years older than maybe Yamal.
If you notice last season, at some point, I think I started trying Martinelli from the right. He was experimenting him from the right. So I don't. If he's going to buy Nico Williams, he has to move either Trossard or Martinelli to the right.
The thing is, Trossard can play from the middle, not as a striker, but in that position of Odegaard. That is something if you look at his 3 clips at at Brighton, he could play from the middle behind the striker as Odegaard. So if Nico comes, he's displacing Trossard from the flanks and sending him to the middle to compete with Odegaard. And Trossard is this player that Arsenal has decided in their hearts that they want to be playing him off the bench, not starting him. Because I don't see a reason why you have a player like Trossard and you keep, whenever Martinelli is fit, not injured, you play Martinelli ahead of him. This player contributes, passes, he doesn't bury his head while running. When he's running, he's looking up. But Martinelli buries his head on the ground. He's always looking at the ball, so he doesn't miss kick, he doesn't miss fire. So you bench Trossard, who is good on the ball, passes well, and you play Martinelli, who can only get you a counter-attack football. While you're a ball-playing team, a team that knocks the ball around, and you're playing Martinelli ahead of Trossard. I don't see any reason why you say Martinelli should be starting when Nico comes in. So when he comes in, Nico starts ahead of Martin.
Nico is not actually coming. I don't think actually coming.
With Barca submitting a bid yesterday, I think it's going to be difficult to Arsenal.
Now, if Bologna is still talking with Arsenal is still talking with Bologna to get the defender. Okay, let's take this call before we continue. Hello, good morning. Okay, we lost that call. Okay, remember the number to call is 0706 048 5853. 0706 048 5853. Okay, before we move on, let's read some of our comments on our YouTube. Remember, guys, we are live on YouTube. The handle is at Volt FM Sports. You can join us there and drop your comments. Okay, Emmanuel Okitibi is saying, why will Arsenal buy a Nico when we have Martinelli and Trossard? To me, he's not an upgrade at all. Well, it depending on how you want to see it. He's also saying Martinelli starts ahead of Trossard and burn out defenders, and Trossard can come in and finish up. Okay, I think that makes sense too. So if you look at what he's saying, Emmanuel is saying here, Nico, okay, he's a good player, but he's the one for the future. Martinelli has already established at Arsenal, even if he's going to come, he's not going to be playing all the matches.
Yeah,
look
it
at
be
it.
hard
So,
for him.
and he doesn't want to come. If he goes to Barcelona, he doesn't have a competition there. No matter who is playing there, he's going to play. So it's common sense for a young player to go where they will pay you more money. Probably Arsenal might pay you more.
And he also gets good game time too.
Good game time. So for if he comes to Arsenal, he has enough competition. But let's move on to Arsenal defensive player, because Bologna is asking for Kivio if they are going to sell Calafoni to them. They are asking for Kivio, but Kivio doesn't want to move.
This Arsenal Calafiori deal.
Hello, good morning. Good morning, Bowie. Yeah, good morning, Bowie. Yeah.
How are you doing, guys?
Fine,
Thank
Bowie.
you.
All right. Okay, well, I've been hearing the banter about Arsenal and all. Let's look at something very clearly. Arsenal, they started again their normal lifestyle of delaying and wasting time for transfers. While they are thinking for Calafiori, thinking, City has gotten a winger from Spain,
From France.
right?
From Girona.
From Girona, yes.
From Girona, it was a loan from Girona, but it's from France actually. Originally, but don't forget, City Group owns the three clubs: City, Girona, and that team. So that's the new way City will use now to be playing people while and dodging FFP. But it's fine. Now, the issue with Arsenal is very clear. You want to win the league and win the Champions League, you have to have squad depth. So this argument of if you buy Nico Williams, where will you play along ahead of Trossard, ahead of Martinelli, is rubbish. Man City has almost 3 players per department. Doku sometimes plays on the bench. Grealish is £100 million, I mean 90-something million pounds. He's on the
100.
bench. On the bench completely. You have players left, right, center that are on the bench for City. What it means is when you need them, you call up on them any single time. You can play and win. You have different competitions. Nico Williams is 20 years old. He can come to Arsenal and stay on the bench. Not so said it clearly. Camavinga stayed on the bench for Real Madrid sometimes because he had Modric and the rest things. Modric now just signed 1 more year extension. Now if Camavinga to start, Modric will not be on the bench. So he's going out. So that is for the future or for the present. If Arsenal can afford it, they should sign Nico Williams. Then number 2, you have tried Saka, Martinelli, Trossard for 2 seasons. You didn't get the league. It's time to try something different. So, some matches, Martinelli should play. Some matches, Nico Williams should play. Thirdly, this guy just won the European Championships. And he didn't just win it from the bench. He was the second main actor, apart from Lamine Yamal, in that side. This guy scored a goal in the final. This guy made a lot of assists. A young boy of 20 years with 4 goals. How many assists in a big tournament? Like all the biggest stars in the world. This guy played better than Mbappe in the tournament. So if he's coming to Arsenal, he's not coming as a bench warmer. He's coming as a European winner who contributed a lot of goals and lots of assists in that team. He can bench Martinelli any minute. He can bench Trossard any moment. So if Arsenal is wise, I'll prefer you go for, if you can pay for him, get Nico Williams to that side. You are having squad depth. You are having better players. And you can have a shot to win the league. Because to Barcelona, yes, he's a confirmed starter because Rafinha might leave. So if Rafinha is leaving Barcelona, then after that get Rafinha or get Nico Williams. The simple mathematics. You need to boost your squad. Tomorrow you hear now that Eimba has signed Calafiori. Arsenal will be confused. You know, so that's what I wanted to say about the Arsenal star. They should get this guy. They can get him. Add to your squad and see how you can win the league. You know, this coming season. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you,
very much, Bowie.
Okay, we all had the analysis from Bowie. He said that Arsenal should buy. Because, okay, let's take this call before we analyze what Bowie said. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Huh?
Name and location. Good morning.
My name is Chooks, calling from Enugu.
Okay, Chooks, what's your contribution, Chooks?
My contribution to the first thing is that I feel
Okay, we lost that call. Okay, we can call back, Chooks. The number to call is 0706 85853. Call us and tell us what you think about Manchester United transfers, Arsenal transfer, or even Chelsea transfer, even though they have not been making moves in this transfer. I don't know what they are waiting for. The team that finished, I think, 10th or 9th in the league table.
No, they finished ahead of Man United.
And they are
I
not
think
even
they finished 6th on the table.
At least Man is
7th.
making moves. They see their fault and they are making moves. I don't know what Chelsea is doing.
It's the same thing. When Chelsea got a new owner, they made moves. And they signed majorly all the
But I think Chelsea
all the
needs
big players at the time, all the big players in the media, not the big players on the pitch, all the big players in the media at the time. Now Man United has a new owner in charge of football, and they are making moves. After 3 years, we'll see where Man United leaves them.
Okay.
After 3 years.
After 3 years.
Yes, we'll see where those moves leaves
probably
them.
they have even have 3 years to wait, and he has to do something in this season.
Yeah.
He has to just
If he
win
wins
somehow.
another FA Cup, they'll give him a contract.
Let's see. Okay, we are talking about Arsenal defender Kivio. He didn't want. He doesn't want to go back to Italy. He said that he wants to stay and fight for his place at Arsenal. Do you think that he should move? Because if they are bringing in a new defender, he might not play.
That's the thing for me. I don't see why he should be moving, because we just talked about squad depth. We talked about having key players in key position that can help you when you need them the most. So he should be staying. Arsenal should bring in Calafiori to join the squad they already have. It makes the team better, if you ask me.
And at some point, Manchester City had about four centre halves. They have about, as Bo was saying, they have about three players in one position. Grealish was playing £100 million player
On the bench.
bench.
And you're telling me you don't need Man United don't need Scott. If Man United keep Scotty, everybody keep them and sign all the players you want to sign. Okay, now look at the case with Kivio is there are certain players you don't play on the bench. There are certain young talents you don't play on the bench because what they are also aiming or hunting for their own recognition in the national team side. And you get Kivio as one of those players. It's just like playing a Guardiola on the bench when you know he's the starter in defense for Croatia. You understand? This person, you know him that whenever he's on the Croatian national team, he starts. Whenever the Croatian national team is about to announce a list, he is there in the mix. So Kivio is also aiming for that position. It's just like saying the Scott national team now, whenever they want to announce a player. I know they are not big on players in Europe, all of that. But whenever the Scotland team want to announce a national team, you see the likes of McGinn of Aston Villa. He can't be benched. Robertson of Liverpool. You can't bench him. Scott McTominay of Man United, Billy Gilmore. These players for Scotland can't be benched because they came from the ranks of big teams. You get, and they need those experience or those attitudes around them to help the general team. So I think with Kivio, on the other hand, from his national team, he's looking like the same thing that is happening with Vicha of Napoli. He's the star player for for Georgia. So look at it's the same case with Kivio. Now he wants to have recognition with the national team. He wants to be called in whenever the national team is being playing. So he can't be always benched, at least. And Arsenal is not the team that say, okay, we are doing substitution, take out one defender, play him in when we are winning matches. Arteta doesn't do sort of sorts. What Arteta does is substitution in front and in midfield. Highest, the one of the defensive midfielders.
So the defense always stays the same.
The defense always stays the same. So with that, you say, please, I need to go somewhere. I will get full time so I could play for my country as well. I need to play for my badge where I came from. I need to play for my flags, not just the badge as Arsenal. I need to play for my flag. And I think that's what Kivio is driving towards. But he doesn't want to go to a club in Italy where he just ran from because he believes the pressure or perhaps the work ethics, or maybe he doesn't want to just go there. Maybe he's looking at a Spain or another Premier League side that has big media coverage, like the Premier League or the Spanish La Liga. So I think that's where he's looking at right now.
Okay, looking at Arsenal again. Arsenal is looking to offload Nketiah. Now we are talking about squad depth. If they offload Nketiah, they have only Havertz and Jesus. Now you have moved Havertz now to the striker. Now we all know that Havertz is going to play as a striker next season. He's not going to try a midfield thing that he did last season. So do you think they should keep Nketiah because Marseille is looking to buy him? John, do you think that they should keep Nketiah for squad depth? Or do you think they should move him? Remember, Jesus is an injury-prone player. He plays 5-6 games and he's off for 2 months. He comes back, plays another game, and also, do you think they should keep or they should sell him and buy another striker?
For me, it has to be the option of selling him and buying a striker that can give you 20 or more goals in a season. That's the only thing Arsenal seem to be lacking. And they need to sell Nketiah. Obviously, Nketiah doesn't want to wait around. He doesn't want to, while away his time waiting for a starting bet at Arsenal.
He will not start.
So
They could have sold him in January. But at the attempting or perhaps tinkering with tactics, playing Havertz from the bench and playing Hart in midfield along Odegaard. They could have sold Nketiah long ago. After his loan spell, he came back and Arsenal was giving him chance. And after 6 months, after 4 months, and they said the Messiah is here. Arsenal fans started singing that he is back to full fitness. He can be the player for the future. All of that. Sell off this dude to Crystal Palace. Sell off this dude to French league. Sell go and experience football elsewhere. Let him go and grow. Like Sabi Lokonga, every time Sabi Lokonga is on loan, that's why he's looking for a permanent deal now. Sell him off, get somebody else. There are other players. See, I don't see reason why you want to let go of a Smith Rowe and you want to keep an Eddie Nketiah. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I'll say this for certain. You need a Smith Rowe and a Reece Nelson that you know whenever they're on the pitch, they will do something different. And Nketiah, you know, you will take 5 games before he would produce 1 goal. You understand? So Nketiah should have been the player they sold in January.
So for striking position, they should sell him or they should sell and buy.
Sell him, play this guy there. You understand? And maybe buy, maybe promote another talent because Arsenal.
Buy for me, you can't rely on. For me, this is Premier League we are talking about. This is challenging for the title. So you have to sell him and buy somebody else. Get somebody that can deliver for the team. Maybe an Osimhen, maybe somebody else.
Osimhen is moving to PSG.
But get somebody. That's the main thing.
Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Vote FM Sport. At Vote FM Sport, you can drop your comments. So we have a whole lot of comments here on our YouTube. So I'll begin some of our comments we have on our YouTube. Wealth is saying the competition for this year is tough and jammed, so squad depth is necessary. Emmanuel Okitibi says Nico will only go to a team where he is 100% sure of starting. That is Baka, because he never can tell what to expect in England. So I think it's common sense for young players to go where they will be starting. We don't need a whole lot of competition. Gtopia is how did Everton get to sell Onana to Aston Villa safe? They should be building, not selling. Okay. He's also saying Jesus should be sold instead of Nketiah. Wow. This one is control. I can't even believe it. Emmanuel is also saying Nketiah should be long gone. Reece Nelson also sell them and spend their money on a proper striker. So if this guy is saying that they should sell Jesus and leave Nketiah, I don't think that Arteta will do that.
That's personal love for Jesus, but I believe he's somewhat right. Player that doesn't get you 15 matches a season.
Yeah, apart from the injury problem, but
should go to somewhere he could, like, okay, you see the likes of Dembele when he was at Barcelona, you know that this player cannot give their heart to a club. At Barcelona, he was always injured. Same with Neymar. But he went to PSG. This is Dembele playing 1 full season.
When he was how can you put that down to him as a player?
When he
wasn't the one that gave himself.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying these players. There are some players you know that they don't fit the profile of the club because when they go through the training process in the club, they get injured. Not even the matches. Whenever they go through the tough training sessions of the club, they get injured. So Nketiah is one of those players. I'm sorry, Jesus is one of those players. I think at City he never really got up to 10 injury cases a season. For the 4 years he spent at City, he goes on injury maybe once in 2 years. So that Arsenal, he's gone on injury for like 7 times in 1 season. Whenever he comes back, he plays 1 match, he's back to another injury.
I think because when he was in City, probably because he was a big pass player. You know, it's easy when you put in 15 minutes and you play.
Even at City, there was a time he was starting with Sterling and the rest of that.
Okay, let's see what happens with Arteta. But for me, I think he's Arteta's one of the favorite players. I don't think even if Arteta wants to do, you move into the right because remember, Saka doesn't have a competition and he can play from the right.
Like the guy said, Reece Nelson. If you're going to leave Smith Rowe, leave Smith Rowe. Reece Nelson and Nketiah. New striker.
Okay, let's talk about Chelsea because Chelsea is the club that everybody's talking about. What's happening in Chelsea? No, nothing apart from getting Tosin, a free transfer from Fulham. They got this young player from Barcelona. They have not really been making moves. Is it because let's talk about Chelsea a little bit?
Chelsea are undercover agent. They are making silent moves.
What silent moves? They are not even
silent moves.
They are not even. You know, some. If you look at
silent moves,
you don't even the almighty Fab himself said no. The Chelsea making silent. I mean, I'm telling you for a fact. I went to Chelsea the other day in my dream, and I saw them making calls to players of about.
This 20. Is your dream, Joseph the Dreamer. Okay, before we move to Chelsea, we have some comments here about Arsenal on our YouTube channel. Gtopia is saying, I support Okitibi, sell all these players and get money to get good striker. Emmanuel is is saying Jesus can't go because he can also play from the flanks. We just say that they can fix Jesus injuries and get him on properly. You can't sell Jesus. Me personally, you can't sell Jesus. He's also saying Smith Rowe is the only player on the field of Aaron Ramsey that can bust from the midfield abnormally. So consider selling him is a no. So it's right too.
Fulham not so it's bid now. Maybe they don't need money.
But they shouldn't be looking to sell Smith Rowe for me,
he is right because he is somebody that can take that ball and just start running with it and start moving past players in that Arsenal team. Odegaard can get and pass. Give you one time pass, but
Martinelli
is from the flank now. Come on.
He said both pass players. The name on my head was Martinelli can do that. But from the flanks, the middle, either ways, you need players like that on your side. And Fulham would want him.
Okay, let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Okay, what's your contribution? Oh, yeah, Chelsea fan. We want to talk about Chelsea, but yeah.
I want to ask whether I will talk to Chelsea camp.
Sorry, Lukaku, no, Lukaku is not going back to Chelsea.
Okay, but I've already said it.
Yes, they sold him. I think it was to Inter Milan, and he was on loan Roma, but he wouldn't be coming back. He says he wants to ply his trade somewhere else.
Okay, I want to ask when we are looking at any striker, any striker, no matter what they are looking at any striker.
There's a McGui they signed from Barcelona 3 weeks ago. Sorry, that was last month, and he was announced on the 1st of January as a Barcelona 19-year-old striker. And they're looking to sign another striker, but not now. They said maybe they would have to see what McGui brings to the field first. They've signed Lewis Hall from the flank, so I don't think Chelsea will be looking to sign any other striker for now.
Okay, I want to ask Chelsea have already go there, so I think in America, I think they have not to success.
Yeah.
They have any match.
They played on Monday. The next match will be on Sunday.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your contribution. So we want to talk about Chelsea. Chelsea have not really done much in this transfer market. Do you think that they have enough squad, enough players for them to challenge the league, John?
I'm not really satisfied with the Chelsea side. I have to say it's the kind of business they've done. I think they still need to let a couple of players go. It's just finding the right offers for those players, the right teams coming in for them. But
name those players they want to let. They have to let
Modric go if
he's there for 90 million. Let them go for 40 million. They are not. No, now they just signed him recently. But I think Chelsea has the squad to compete. The front line. See, Chelsea has the attacking option to compete for the Premier League, for the Prem anytime, any day. Front line, that front line, Palmer, Nico Jackson, Donny Madueke, Modric, Gochuku, striking option plenty, attacking option plenty. But in midfield, you take away Enzo, you take away Casido, you take away Gala. Who does it have in midfield? It's a big question. He has a big question.
That is the signs from Southampton that didn't play throughout last season.
Like I said, you take away these three. Who else do you have in this midfield that could come and play and replace any of them? In defense, if you take away Disaster, and I don't know why I keep saying that guy Disaster, because he keeps making errors leading to goals, and people don't really criticize him for those errors he makes. You take away Disaster, you take away with Rhys James, they signed in from Aston Villa recently, Kelly back. Take away these players.
Let's not forget Renato Vega too.
From the right also. Now, in the center half, take away Disaster, partner, who is good enough to replace the two of them. So you're only going to mention Chalobah, and which all of us, Chalobah is not good enough, and at the let him go. So Chelsea needs to rebuild their side. I'm saying in the attacking option, Chelsea have enough. Let's not take that away from them. They have enough players in the attacking option to win the Prem. But in the midfield and defense, they don't have squad depth. And that's where the problem for them is. So that's why you say, take away, you look at the way they are playing, they take away this person, Noni Madueke, they bring in Mudryk. He runs at defenders, he creates chances, but nobody is finishing those chances. So they need to bring in, they need to maybe they are set up in a way that they finish chances. Now, in that same left position, Louis Besbury Hall is coming in. From that same left, from Leicester City. So you're having Noni Madueke, Mudryk, and Louis in that same position. Who is going to finish up those chances in front outside Nico Jackson?
Well, let's see what Chelsea is going to be doing because they have not really made move.
Before you make contributions,
they signed a whole lot of players in the past 1 year.
That's what I'm saying. Before you make contributions, you ask the right questions. So Chelsea are making silent moves. They are looking for who will replace this person if this person is not available.
Okay, let's
talk. They don't want to rush and sign like they did a year ago, where they rushed in and signed almost all the trending players in media.
Okay, the same thing with Liverpool. Liverpool have not really signed anybody, and I don't know what is happening there. They got a new coach. They got a new coach, but they have not actually signed any player. But do you think that they have the right squad? Because apart from the whole top six, they have one of the smallest squad, Liverpool. But they are not still buying, and we are in January. About 30 days from now, the league will start. But what do you think that Liverpool should be doing in this transfer market, John?
Okay, if you ask me, the number one thing is looking out for the options they have up front. Okay, we know that there are some rumors about a couple of players up front that could be leaving or staying. Nothing is really certain. Salah, we had offers playing from Saudi. We don't know if he's going to play this season or make that move. I think Liverpool should be looking at their defense and their attack, if you ask me.
John.
Defense, no. Don't look at any defense unless Trent is leaving for Real Madrid, which we know he's not going to leave. But in midfield, Dominic, McAllister, and what's it called? The Japanese guy, Endo. Who else replaces them?
And I have Jones. Elliot.
Curtis Jones, Elliot, and who? Now, if this case were to be reversed, now you say you can't win trophies with academy graduates. These players have shown that they deserve to be in the Liverpool fold. But I was looking at the Liverpool side the other day, and the coach came out to say that they will need 4 more signings. The names of those players are yet to be known. So Liverpool, they know they want to sign 4 players, 2 in midfield, 1 in defense, and 1 in the attacking option. That's 4 players, and yet they don't want to mention. So they are making silent moves, just like Chelsea. They don't want to make it public until you see that they've gone for that player, because they know that if they keep going for each player, other clubs will keep involving themselves in those players. The club that wants to sell would be forced to drive the price up. You see that at some point, Getafe was submitting a bid of, I think, 15 million. While Juventus was submitting a bid of 20 million. Marcel in the fold was submitting a bid of 30 million plus add-ons to take it to 40, 50 million. And Lazio was submitting a bid of plus add-ons to take it to 40 million. They had to choose wisely, and they chose Marcel, that was willing to pay the 50 million in total with add-ons and all of that, and also drive the price further enough when they sell on. So I think Liverpool are looking to make silent moves, so those things will not affect the transfer they want to do.
Okay, let's see what Liverpool will do, because they are the big club. Everybody's expecting
just like Chelsea, they are making silent moves.
Let's see all these silent moves, all these Ojoro moves. Let's see what they are going to buy. Because if you look at those 2 clubs, you don't even hear rumors like players they are trying to buy. You can hear Manchester City is trying to buy. Arsenal is trying to buy.
Manchester City is trying to buy. That day they said they are trying to buy. The next day they were announcing the player.
Okay, remember guys, the number to call to join this conversation is 0706 048 5853. You can join us live every day on YouTube at Vote FM Sports. Okay, we have one more comment here from Emmanuel talking about Chelsea. He said Chelsea do not have enough strikers to win the championship, let alone the Premier League. Those one where they miss 15 chances and score 3.
Michael Jackson.
They are always busy. I'm calling Michael Jackson, please.
I'm not calling him Michael Jackson. I'm just saying.
Okay, let's move on to other transfers from other countries. Conte came out and said that Osimhen is leaving. The pathway for Osimhen to leave is so. Now we are now looking at where Osimhen is. Now, on this show that PSG he's very, very interested, 100% interested in getting him back to France. And if he leaves, Conte wants Lukaku, but they want him to leave first. So Conte have said that Osimhen is leaving. That means Osimhen is not playing for Napoli next year. But PSG, guys, PSG, he should be going to the Premier League, please.
No Premier League team can afford Osimhen.
Of course, there are Premier League teams that can afford him. It's just that none of them right now.
You
Maybe the timing is off.
will pay 150
The
million for
timing is
Osimhen.
off. The timing is off.
Who will pay 150 million in the Premier League for a striker right now?
Well, I don't know.
Tottenham Hotspur might because they want to replace Harry Kane.
I don't think
But
that
they
the
will
league will
calm down now.
for
You will not allow me finish my sentence. Might be able to pay because they need a replacement for Harry Kane. But Daniel will not. Daniel Levy will not. So Man United, look at Man United going for players for 40 million, below 40 million price tag on them.
Man have already
Man
started striking
City
already. So
that's what I'm saying. They went to a striker for less than 40 million. Man City will not. They have Haaland
already.
Chelsea.
They need one.
They need one.
Chelsea.
They need one.
I've seen.
Look at what Okiti
They
is
need
saying.
one.
They need strikers that can bear chances for them.
Yeah.
Osimhen can be bearing chances for them.
Which means Chelsea will have to sell 4 players to bring him in. And Chelsea will not do that.
Come on,
Because if they bring-
It depends on how they structure the deal. For
If they
example,
bring him in now,
let them do
Either
it.
way, either way they structure the deal, if they bring him in now, the PSI will affect them. The FFP, they will strike them with FFP immediately. But they will not waste time. So they would want to sell 2 or 3 players, and this is where you say the Galahers will have to come into the market again, and they have to let Gallagher go to Tottenham Hotspur, which you know they would not want to.
If you are family of Osimhen, where will you want him to go? England or France?
Man, France is paying well.
We like money in this country.
France is paying well.
If he's
Spain.
go to Saudi, please.
Spain
let's
has
collect this money
Spain
for
has
like 1 year.
Spain has recognition. So look for a Spanish team that you can go to, maybe Atletico Madrid, or
I think I will not pay the money.
who says
They might because they
they
for
pay
Felix.
if they pay
for
the money
Felix.
for Felix that is not
Yes.
getting them results. Why would they pay the money for Victor?
I understand. I remember that they paid for Felix, so they could. Okay, guys, let's move on to other transfers. Rabiot has officially left Juve. He's not going to sign a contract with Juve. Juve have already bid him goodbye and wish him good luck. And from Real Madrid, Lucas Vazquez has signed a 1-year deal, so he's going to be staying 1 more year for Real Madrid. Good signing.
Yeah, good signing.
Good signing for one more year. He's going today. Kasper Schmeichel. I hope I got the name. Schmeichel.
Yes.
He has moved to Celtic from France. He moved to Celtic. He's going to be playing his trade in Scotland next season. Now, Barca have set a £50 million for Rafinha. They are looking to offload Rafinha because they are looking for funds to buy Nico. So they are offering, if any team brings 50 million now, they are going to sell Rafinha. Do you think they should be selling Rafinha at Barcelona, John?
If they are looking to get Nico, then why not sell him? Get Nico.
Now this is another problem I have now with this.
You know he's competing with Yamal from that wings. So Yamal is obviously going to be starting.
From the left. Rafinha plays well from the left.
So he should compete from the left.
He's always good from. He has
If
always
they
been
buy
from
Nico.
the left. Nico, sorry, from the right. I mean, then if they buy Nico, Nico can go to the left. Yamal and Rafinha from the left, from the right. Nico and any other person from the right.
So he should stay because of.
Stay and fight for your place. They need you. Either ways, they need him. If they don't need him, they wouldn't. Deco wouldn't have gone to Leeds United to get him to Barca. From Leeds United to Barca was a big jump, and he has given his heart to Barcelona because he wanted to play for a big
He wanted
team.
to play for.
Yes,
he
and
waited.
you
He
need
waited.
him.
He waited for that Barca deal to go through. I understand what. I don't think you want to leave. Now Aston Villa is looking to get Onana. Now I think one of our comments on our YouTube said that how can Everton be selling Onana to Aston Villa? And if you look at what Aston Villa is doing, everybody should be watching this Aston Villa. They are making good moves.
Yeah, if you
making
look
good
at the
moves.
signing they made, they brought in NS Unal, a fantastic striker. They also brought in a couple of other
From
good
Chelsea,
players.
they
From
brought in-
Chelsea too. They brought
They
in
bought him
Ian
Barkley.
Martin.
Yeah, they bought him
So they
Barkley
brought
from
in good
Luton.
players, and they have. Let's not forget that they already had a good crop of players before they made all these signings. So Aston Villa are looking like a side that are going to really push for Champions League football.
Okay, Olmo is on the news now. Manchester City and Barcelona. He played well in this tournament. You know, this tournament sometimes you use it to sell yourself.
Sure.
I think he sold himself very well. Now everybody's looking to sign him. I don't know if he's going to stay back in his club or to move, but I think he should move. He is almost in his mid-20s, so he should be moving also.
Sure, definitely. Olmo has been fantastic for Leipzig. I wish he had won the Champions League or perhaps the Bundesliga with Leipzig. They had a good crop of players in that Leipzig side that could have competed for the trophy and won it anytime, but they only finished third in their table once in a while, and it was difficult to see a team like that not win how good the team is, not win trophies. You say, no, this player needs to move. And many of those players also will be moving from Leipzig.
Okay, let's read one of our comments on our YouTube channel. Remember, guys, our YouTube, you can join us every day on our YouTube for live here on our YouTube channel. The handle is @Vote FM Sports. Emmanuel is saying, Yamal can't play all matches, so they need a cover. Somebody to cover him, so that means Yamal can't play all the games. They are playing Champions League.
Yeah, but the thing now is, if they are not going to sell Rafinha, where are they going to source the funds to sign Nico?
They said they have money.
Or even the funds to sign Dani Olmo too, because they are in the mix for him.
They have money somehow to sign him, so probably they will find money. Finally, Lowe is looking to take England job. He's out of it just since he left the German team. Guys, what do you think about him joining this?
Make him go rest.
He won the World Cup. Come on, he won the World Cup.
Make him go rest. The only message is, bros, go and rest. Look for a club football. English
He
side.
doesn't want club football. He's looking for a country.
He should come and coach Super Eagles. maybe he will take Super Eagles to the semi-finals and give them third place. Super Eagles is available.
It's not the person I see looking out for England job right now. They should be looking elsewhere, please.
Why?
Look elsewhere.
I think he's a good coach. Come on.
He's been out of the system for far too long.
Okay, let's take this call before we end the show. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Name and location, please.
My name is Stu, calling from Enugu.
Okay, what's the contribution?
Please, I don't understand. We press it here, come here.
Sorry, I think you called the wrong number, please. You can join. Remember, guys, you can always join the conversation here on the studio with us. We are going to be live here tomorrow to give you all the sports news about what is happening in the world of football, the transfers, the friendly games. Preseason have already started, so we are going to be talking about some of those preseason games. And John and Nonso is saying that Lowe should come and coach Nigeria. Nigeria is looking for a national team coach. Probably Lowe should come and coach. Probably he can take us to Super Eagles, come and take us to the World Cup
semi-final, and he might win it to Super Eagles.
Let's hope that the Nigeria Super Eagles make a right choice for us, because we need to be playing for the World Cup. We need to be playing Nations Cup and winning Nations Cup and playing in the World Cup. See you guys tomorrow. My name is Godwin. Up next is news at 9. See you tomorrow.
Volt 104.3 FM, where music meets the voltage. Enjoy the show. Sports.
Absolutely, it's the one into the left-hand side, the delivery comes in. Oh,
Entertainment.
They'll start the economy with a week before the season starts.
Okay, tomorrow.
News and politics. Gospel.
And let them have
The kingdom of God is within people.
Awesome programs exclusively on
Volt 104.3 FM.